Jeremy Cook here for JCO Audio. Today I'll be showing how to install a guitar kill switch with ample room to switch things out later. I'll also show how to wire up a normally closed switch so that your guitar only plays when the button is pressed. This allows you to get that kind of Tom Morello Rage Against the Machine effect that we'll show a little bit later. So let's see how it's done. So I've got things partially disassembled. The plan is to put a hole in here, 1 1/2 inch diameter, because that's my biggest paddle bit. Also, it's pretty much what fits there. Waiting some parts to come in, so what I'll do is I'll disassemble it and actually put another coat or two of Teak oil on this because I've been meaning to for a while, so it's time to do it, certainly. So for this project, I'm going to do something I haven't done in quite a while, and that's take off the vise. I don't like to do that because I've got to get it trued again, but in this case I want to put the guitar up on here, so I need the room for sure. I think it'll fit it though. Well, that was easy enough. You can see where the rust is, where it was covering the rust and stuff. Probably need to put something on that to get that rust off. So I got this up. I did actually put a little WD-40 on it, and yeah, put this cloth on there so I don't scrape up my guitar too much. And put this here. Actually, what I'm going to do is fix you right here. That's obviously covered up afterwards since the neck will be on there. So here. Yeah, looking good. Now normally you'd want, more than one position, but I think this should be good enough. Here's kind of the point of no return, so let's hope it works out. Kind of bowed up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use a 1/2 inch paddle bit here, so hopefully it'll cut on the sides and make it a little bit more even. It looks pretty good. I went 37 millimeters down from the top, and it's 42 millimeters in length. So in theory, I've got 5 millimeters here that wasn't cut through. So hopefully that's enough. If it's not, then I guess I got a problem. And I guess I need some way to get the wires from here to here. So maybe I will make a little cut over. Well, there it is after the modification. Put another coat of Teak oil on it. I was gonna say tweak oil. That's not what it is, but yeah. So that'll cut things off, and should be good. Gonna let this dry a little bit, then I'll wipe it off. So I had this whole plan as far as what I was gonna do. I had like a insert for here that I could 3D print and put in here, but when it came down to it, I realized that what I was trying to do was a interrupter kill switch, when really probably what I wanted was a grounding kill switch. So for that you can use a normally closed switch, and I had one that works really well. I think I'm just going to use that. And yeah, so I just got to hook this all up, and hopefully that'll work out okay. going to use these lever nuts, but I'm not sure how well they'll fit in here, so I'm just going to solder this. Take a bit of a leap of faith, even though it'll be a bit of a pain to take out if needed. So it's nominally back together. Only thing you'll have to do is tighten up the strings and try it out. Oh, and put the strap things on there eventually, but I can worry about that later. Well, I managed to do pop one of the strings, but I can still try it out. All right, here goes. Still plays kind of terribly. Wow, that's pretty cool. So my friend Ben here, who's a better guitarist than me, has graciously volunteered to demonstrate it for me. So Ben, let's hear what you got. Well, that sounds pretty good. Is there anything you might change on this?
The button cuts the pickups out, so when you play a chord like this, I do think it would be cool if you switched it, so when you press the button, it goes from cutting out the pickups to when you press it, it reconnects the pickup.
I've actually made a bunch of space down there with the idea that it can be modular, so why don't we go ahead and switch that out and we'll see how that works.
Cool.
Take this apart and then switch this button out to a different style. So it's normally open now, and it's going to be normally closed, which I have right here. So he can hit it like the Rage. What's the guy from Rage Against the Machine? He can hit it like Tom Morello on Rage Against the Machine.
Is it Tom or Tony?
I don't know. Either one. Maybe Tony's his brother. All right. So that's probably enough footage for now. Let's go ahead and pull this out. From earlier, the yellow and the black wire actually go to the pickup, which is right here and comes out there. So that's the ground and the signal. I'm loosening up the strings right now. There we go. And that's what we were talking about. We've got a whole lot of space here, so if we want to put a different button in or something, all we have to do is switch it out here and we got plenty of room. Kind of what I had on there before. Got some extra wire, so that's a good thing. And I will just take this out and maybe swap it out later. So in theory, if I hook this up here, it should do exactly what Ben was asking. So we'll go ahead and solder that on. I didn't use heat shrink because, you know, just living that rock and roll risky lifestyle. But hopefully it'll be okay. There we go. All right, so before we hook this up, put this back together, just make sure this works the way we want. So yeah, it only goes on when you hit it. All right, so I got this hooked up, got a gigantic washer on here, and so Ben doesn't have to keep poking it. What I'm gonna do is use this tape, and this is a pretty janky setup, but I think I'm gonna reverse it once he leaves, so, you know, or sometime. So there we go. This should be able to play just like Tom Morello, right? Should. All right, let's give it a try. Well, not my best job, but should be functional. As we just saw, we wired this up, so basically when you hit it, you play, and when you don't hit it, it doesn't play. So Ben is going to do a demo of the hammer-on technique first without using this at all, or just having it pushed down all the time, and then he's going to use the kill switch, kind of like Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine would use his, to actually play a song with it that you may recognize. So
a reverse kill switch.
A reverse kill switch. So yeah, let's check it out, Ben.
So this is what it sounds like with the switch always on. Okay, now this is using the momentary on switch.
What do you think about that now that I've got that hooked up?
Yeah, I like the switch reversed, so it only plays when you press it. I think it's pretty cool.
So as far as the masking tape and washer motif, you think that's will fit in with Rage Against the Machine / Tom Morello?
Yeah, I like its hack vibe it's got. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, thanks for helping me demonstrate that. It's really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, please subscribe to follow along as I learn, hack, and play with sound and audio devices. This is Jeremy Cook for JCO Audio, signing off. So my friend Ben here, who's a better guitarist than me, has graciously